Previously on Kaupoi Hunting and Adventures. We have taken our boys through testing times through rugged East Coast bush. Along the way, we were able to show them a strong and plentiful river, hustling and bustling full of life. We also walked along a vast desert of rocks and boulders. We also showed the boys where they could get their kai from, both in the water and on land. We also taught the boys how to depend and survive on the bush. I hope you fellas will enjoy the last episode of Kaupoi Hunting and Adventures, Bridge to Bridge Hikoi. This was the last leg for our boys, and what a beautiful day it was. Some decided to cruise and just mosey their way through, stopping and resting at every little creek and waterfall, having a bit of a drink. Some of the other young bucks decided they'll push hard and take advantage of not being in the small narrow valleys and coming out to the wide open spaces of the riverbed itself. The crew at the back got a little bit more time to admire the views and take in the stunning scenery that the East Coast had to provide. I think that's one of the key advantages we have over a lot of other places around the world. These stunning views and scenes makes it a perfect place for us to run these programs. One of the boys up the front thought he'll try his hand at trying to stalk on some sheep. Let's see how he goes. Hard luck, young buck. Better chance next time, eh?
So finally we've coming to our last leg or our last push, but doing well, almost there.
The boys weren't too far from the end, so we decided that we'd stop short and have a bit of a feed and a bit of a swim. The boys carried on pumping until we got to our swimming point.
So I was speaking to the farmer, and he was to move our tractor here down to the bridge.
Got all the boys in the back having a bit of a swim and a bit of a bath. It's pretty warm, sitting at about 4 o'clock. Yeah, what these boys don't know is that we're actually going to push out tonight, push out to our final destination, which is just over our waterwater. So, it's been a pretty successful and awesome little trip here with all these boys doing the youth program, so it's pretty good. Not too much.
We got the boys to pick up all their gears, go up into the bush line and have a bit of a rest. We done this while we were waiting for our transport to arrive, roughly in about 2 hours' time. So, the boys just chilled out and relaxed. Those 2 hours passed pretty quick. We chucked our packs on and we moved up the river approximately 1.5 k's. We moved up until we hit the bridge. This was the place for our final pickup. We had one last job to do though, which was to do our final radio check to the mountain safety crew. Let's see how that went on.
Every night we've been doing a radio check with the mountain safety guys there in Gisborne. So 7:30 on the dot every night we'll set up our radio and we'll have a bit of a kōrero with them, trying to find out anything that's going on in town with the weather forecast, etc. So yeah, over here we've got set up our mountain safety radio. I'm up the tree, got our speaker down the bottom there. We're just waiting out. Got our boys, our radio jockeys, and time now is 7:26.
Late afternoon.
That's right. Say thank you very much. You have an awesome night.
Thank you very much. You have an awesome night.
As we finished up our broadcast, the remainder of our crew started arriving. Everybody was so happy and relieved to be at this point. Everybody began to hungi, just to recognise the achievement that these boys and our entire crew had achieved during this hikoi. It was a very special and unique way to end this hikoi.
Little did the boys know, we had one more surprise in store for them.
Who wants a cup of tea? Oh, hold on.
These boys had achieved a lot. We had told them that the vans were coming the next day. So as they prepared for another night in the bush, the sight of the vans had overwhelmed them. The plan from here was to go into town, pick up some fish and chips, and shoot off back home into their nice warm beds.
1, 2, 3, we did it!
Kaupoi, so that was the 2016 Bridge to Bridge hikoi with Kaupoi Hunting Adventures. From me and the Kaupoi crew, I'll catch you fellas later. To all of our students who overcame great obstacles to get to the end. To all of our support crew in Gisborne that trained and prepared the crew from day one and never gave up. To the Kaupoi crew who guided these boys through a challenging and rewarding time. To the mountain safety crew who were our eyes and ears when we were in the bush. To everybody who helped out in some way during this time, I acknowledge those people for supporting us on this awesome journey. Thank you. Ngā mihi kia koutou. From Kaupoi Hunting and Adventures.